Welcome back, guys. Today I will be talking about one of my favorite stocks in the entire stock market, which is FUBU TV. We will be talking about specific news pieces related to FUBU TV and whether or not I will be buying the stock. So, let's get started. As you can see today, FUBU TV is down around 14%. It's down around 2.5% after hours. It's down around 35% on the week. And as of all time, it is up around 168%. And what FUBU TV does, if you don't know what FUBU TV is, it's basically a digital entertainment company. I would say it's mostly, aligned with, what Roku does, but more on a digital scale. Rather than having a hardware system, they provide live television streaming for sports, news, and entertainment. But what they're mainly known for is their live sports and their exclusive deals that Fubo TV offers, which many other of their competitors don't have. One good thing about Fubo TV is that they offer most of the streams in 4K. It's a subscription-based service, so there's a monthly revenue coming in, so which is very, very good for a company that causes high margins. So they keep on consuming the product rather than being a one-time purchase like a Roku device or an Apple TV. So as you can see, it's a relatively new company. It has a market cap of around 2 billion. This was actually a SPAC, so it was near that $10 mark before it converted into Fubu TV, and then after some publicity, it took off. So let's talk about some of the news related to Fubu TV and whether or not I will be buying this stock. So we're here at Fubu TV's main website, and as we can see, it's a very interactive website. Just looking from a front basis, and we can see all these channels that they have. Many people do say that cable and live TV are going away. However, for sports, you can't avoid not having it live. People are not going to watch, pre-recorded news shows or sports or other entertainment menus like Deal or No Deal or some of the TLC shows, which people are really crazy about. So if you look, they have three main sectors. Like I was saying, sports, which is their main staple, around 75% of their revenue does come through sports channels. Entertainment is their second biggest channel. However, I think in terms of entertainment, that can be that can be an on-demand type service rather than live stream. So that's not very unique for Fubo TV. But news and sports has to be live. You're not going to watch pre-recorded sports or pre-recorded news. So one downside I do see for Fubu, actually it can be interpreted in downside or upside, is that their their monthly plans cost a lot. I mean, for Netflix, it's around $12 a month. If you get the elite package from Fubu, it's going to run you around $80 a month, which translates to around $960 a year, which is quite a lot for watching your live sports and live news. But I believe they're one of the only service providers who can do such a thing. Having both all three of them unlimited live watch hours, which is kind of good for them, and they can do all most of their channels in a live in 4K and live. So out of their 162 channels, 130 are in 4K, and it has 1,000 hours of cloud DVR space, and can stream at five streaming devices at home. So of course, you can start a free trial. You can look into this yourself more into detail. I personally am on the Fubu free trial, and it looks pretty decent. I had to see if I'm getting my money's worth with $70 a month, however. And yeah, so interactive website. So now let's look at more, news related and other potential streams of revenue, which I think can really help Fubu expand in this ongoing streaming war. So Fubu TV recently entered the market for online sports betting. December 3rd, they bought uh, a California-based startup by the name of Balto Sports, which again signifies its Fubu's potential and divergence into two various sectors. One being a live channels on demand type, shows and sports entertainment and sports betting. However, this really is really bullish in my opinion. A streaming service, especially catered towards sports, is allowing sports betting on the same platform. It's quite impressive. For the people who don't watch sports and who do sports betting, a lot of people get emotional when they watch sports and do sports betting, right? So if they have a facility to bet on sports while watching the sports on the same platform, a user might be more likely to bet on their platform rather than open up maybe a DraftKings or a FanDuel or a Bovada, for example. So with this, it shows that they are catering more towards their sports audience, and I think that's what they should do. Honestly, in my opinion, I think they should scrap their entertainment sector completely and focus only on sports and news and lower the subscription service to under $30 a month. If they can do that, I think FUBU TV can be a leader in live channels because that's what people really need. They don't need, a Hallmark movie, which is, broadcast in 2012, showing up on a live channel. You might as well, watch Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that. So basically, they acquired, a startup which already has around, 200,000 users, which is quite impressive for a small startup. They acquired it at a good deal, and they have confirmed that they are looking to expand this sector by the quarter three of 2021, which I thought was very, very good on their part. So now let's talk about analyst ratings, even though I really don't care what analyst ratings have to say, but analyst ratings are affecting the stock very, very dearly. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll discuss whether or not I see potential in the stock and if I'm buying the stock or not. So as you saw in the beginning of the video, we saw how volatile FUBU TV stock was. It climbed all the way from $9 to 60 and then proceeded to cut its price in half to around $33 a share. But why is this happening? There's two main reasons. One is that the lockup period is expiring January 1st, meaning that after from January 1st, many of their original investors like Comcast, Viacom, Dish can sell out of their shares, and it doubles their float, meaning that 50% of the shares were already available to be sold. However, there'll be 50% more, meaning 100% more, meaning that 50% of the total shares for FUBU are now available to be sold after 1st of January. So I think that may be a reason, but also the price targets for these analysts. Let me tell you something. It's quite polar, to be honest. So there's this analyst by the name of Needham Laura. She's a bit on the less experienced side. However, this was quite an interesting target. She gave it a $60 price target. And one of the more experienced analysts gave it an $8 price target and called it the most compelling short he has ever identified in his career, which is not the best look for an individual looking to invest in FUBU TV. So let's look at some of the things that Needham, the $60 bull analyst, had to say about FUBU. So they said 14% year over year growth, which was great. They also talked about, revenue growth of being 71% a year, even though that's not sustainable. FUBU TV taking share from its competitors. I completely agree with this statement. I switched on my Roku TV the other day. I saw FUBU TV being there. I saw some of the other apps not being there. Shorts covering. Whenever a SPAC is launched, there's a lot of shorts. So maybe, so when shorts cover, they have to buy back the stock. So maybe that's very useful. Upside from sports betting, I 100% agree with this. 100% agree with this. What the other analysts does not take account to is that sports betting is a whole new sector. It's one of the fastest growing sectors. It's on average around 10 to 15% growth per year for the next 20 years, which is absolutely insane. Over the top expansion, which I agree, they're focusing more on growth rather than expansion, and connected TV, meaning more towards live sports, live entertainment, which other people are not are not very excellent at, which I see their margins are increasing a lot. With this margin, 16.5%. That's great margins for what they're doing right now. So let's look at some of the other things that our other analyst was looking into. Rich Greenfield. Some of the other problems he was saying was that he didn't. First of all, he didn't address this at all. So he said this is not viable. So basically, he just X'd this out right here. He said the FUBU TV is taking share from its competitors. He's saying that's completely wrong. Two, he sees Netflix and Disney keeps on going up. Netflix keeps going up. Disney keeps going up. He's saying he sees FUBU TV continuing to go down as he sees other streaming services will take over in the future. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with him. I think everyone will be a winner in this besides maybe like a Hulu or Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, I think eventually will flourish. It'll go to the ground a little bit. Amazon's losing a bunch of money with Prime, so that's not very good. Short covering, he said, the covering of shorts will not be there until the price targets around $5 a share, which is a long way even from now at 33. Upside from short spending, as he said, nothing over there. He said essentially what he was trying to disprove was that it's a very high price target and it's not worth as much. And I agree with this, but we have to understand that there's a lot of potential in FUBU TV in terms of high margin things such as ads on live sports, sports bettings, and things of that nature. Now I'm going to talk about whether or not I will be buying the stock and whether you should buy the stock or not. So as I discussed, I see a lot of positive things over FUBU TV. I honestly think this is a make or break stock. Either it's going to become the next Netflix or it might just completely wither down to zero. And that's the stocks I like to invest in. I like to pick 10 to 15 stocks, which I think can give me 20 to 30x returns in the next 10 to 15 years or so on. So either the stock goes to zero and I'll lose all my money, or it goes up 10 to 20x because that stock itself can recover for all my losses, even if every other stock goes down. So believe it or not, I've already had positions in the stock at $13 and $17. So when I didn't even sell out when it went to 60. That's how much I believe in this company. So if it goes down below 30, I will be heavily buying once again after the lockup period, because I think it will go down after the lockup period because a lot of these investors will sell out due to it already running up so much from its initial $10 SPAC price. I think this is going to be one of my favorite stocks. I can't wait to see how this does in 10 years. I think this will be right, along the boat with Roku and FUBU. And to be honest, if you see Roku's chart right here, it's quite similar, to what it was. If you look at their 5-year chart, it opened at 15, went down a little bit, and then popped right back up, 51.50. A lot of buying opportunities here around 30ish, and then bam, it went up all the way to 338. So I think FUBU and Roku might have similar trajectories. However, these are two different businesses, so just keep that into mind. I think this will be one of my biggest positions in my account very, very soon. If it continues to dip like it has past couple of days, goes under 30, I'm buying. Goes under 20, I'm heavily buying this stock. I'm taking up margin to buy the stock, and that's how much I believe in this company. So there you have it, folks. I'm very bullish on the stock, but please do your own due diligence before buying any stock. Don't 100% trust what I'm buying or what I'm selling. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know down in the comments, and have a good day.